This video shows how to assemble our Walnut Tray Nutcracker. The cutting files are available to download free of charge on our website, freelaserfiles.com. This is a full assembly video, showing all steps. The model shown in this video is made entirely of 3mm Baltic birch plywood, and is assembled using Titebond 3 wood glue from a small squeeze bottle. It was cut on an Atezr P20 20-watt diode laser. Several clamps and rubber bands will be used to hold the parts while the glue dries. Paste wax will be used to lubricate the moving parts, but any suitable wax or lubricant could be used. Start your assembly using parts numbers 24, 25, 26, and 27, and the 3 parts number 28. Make sure the edges are aligned. This can be set aside to dry. Next, you will need the 2 parts number 12, part number 13, 8 discs, parts number 23, and 6 of the parts numbered 29. Glue 3 of the parts number 29 together. These parts need joining with the score lines facing out. These lines help to align the parts into the arm. Assemble parts numbers 12 and 13 by adding glue to the back of parts numbers 12. Put a little glue into the oblong hole and the center of this assembly. Work this assembly into the oblong hole. These should be quite a tight fit. Check the alignment. Glue 2 discs to either side of the arm. Wipe away any excess glue. Add clamps to this assembly. This can be set aside to dry. Now you need part number 16, the 2 parts numbered 17, and the remaining discs numbered 23, and 6 parts numbered 29. This arm is assembled very much like the last one. Adding clamps can help prevent the parts from moving. Parts numbers 5 and 6 need to have glue and paste wax applied to the back of them during assembly. It is important that these are applied in the correct area. Mark the back of part number 5, using part number 7 as a guide. Put part number 5 aside, to be assembled later. For the next stage, you will need part numbers 1, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 2 of parts 18 and 20. Mark the back of part number 6, using part number 8, as in the previous step. Apply paste wax to the 2 uprights, as shown, being careful not to get wax below the lines. Add wax into the pivot holes. Attach the two parts number 20 to the end of part number 9, with the score line facing out. Apply glue to the bottom edges and tabs. And put these into the slots in the base. Apply glue to the inside surface and edges of part number 7. And put it into place as shown. Repeat this step on part number 8. The two parts number 18 can now be glued in place. Followed by part number 6. Clamp this assembly and set it aside to dry. Next, you can attach the two arms you assembled earlier to the main assembly. You will need part number 7. Apply paste wax above the marks on the uprights. Now apply paste wax around the pivot points on the arms. These need wax on the arm and around the edge of the discs. Avoid waxing the disc surface and the protruding pins. On the shorter arm, wax the center section as well as the area around the discs. And again avoid waxing the disc surface and the protruding pins. The curved top of the upright is shaped to fit the round end of the arm. Fit the disc on the arm into the hole in the small upright. The handle arm fits into the taller upright, as shown. Apply glue to the inside surface and edges of part number 7. Put this into place. Make sure that the arms move freely. And add clamps to hold this together until the glue dries. When the glue is dry and the clamps removed, you can add the 4 uprights, 2 each of numbers 10 and 11. The full large disc, part numbers 22, can now be added to these pivot points. Apply a small amount of glue to the area you avoided waxing and put the discs in place. The clamps being added are just to hold the discs in place. Don't clamp the discs tightly onto the pivot, as this could make the arms difficult to move. The two arms can now be connected using 2 each of part numbers 14 and 15. The remaining discs, part numbers 22, will be used to hold them in place. Only apply wax to one side of parts number 14 and only around the pivot hole. Put these in place, onto the arms. Parts number 15 can now be glued onto them. The discs can now be glued into place. These should not be fitted too tightly, as to cause resistance on the pivots. The tray can now start to be assembled around the nutcracker. You will need part number 3 and 2 each of parts 18 and 19. Glue part number 19 into the base with the score lines facing out. Followed by part number 18. Attach clamps to the sides of these. Repeat this on the opposite side. Apply glue to the tops and tabs of all 4 of these. Put part number 3 into place, making sure it is fully down into the tabs. The side guides, part number 4, are the next pieces to go into place. Apply a small bead of glue into the scored guidelines on the base. And put one of the guides into position. Repeat this with the remaining 3 parts. Clamp these parts in place. The sides, part number 21, go into place next. Apply glue as shown to the small uprights and along the edges of the top ring and guides. Stretch the side into place and clamp it. Repeat this with the remaining 3 sides. Ensure that the tops are aligned. The final part to be attached is part number 2. Apply glue as shown and put the part in place. It will be pulled down onto the glue using 5 rubber bands and 2 clamps. We hope that you have enjoyed building this model, and that you will consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Subscribing, liking, and sharing helps us to share our designs with more laser crafters. If you have made one of our models, please send us a photo or video of it to freelaserfiles@gmail.com. We would love to see it. If we receive enough of them, we will create a page on our website to showcase them.